What's up guys, my name is Zach, and in this video, I want to teach you how to make business decisions. All these principles can be applied to your personal life to make better decisions in general, so make sure to pay close attention. When I was younger, I was so self-conscious about how indecisive I was as a human being. I had this ideology this idea of what a man was. A real man can make quick and painless decisions, clear-cut and defined decisions, and that was also a very sexy trait to have. And I thought that this was something I was just born without because of my childhood, and I was pretty much a lost cause when it came to making decisions. Little did I know that making decisions is a skill like everything else, and it can be learned. And in this video, I'm going to transfer all the knowledge to you that I've learned and accumulated over this past couple years of learning how to make decisions. I would like to mention that most of these ideas come from one of my favorite books, Principles by Ray Dalio. You guys should pause the video, smash that like button, and buy this book. The affiliate link is in the description. This book focuses on how important it is to have life principles and actually how to develop them for yourself. And this is really important because when you're making decisions, you have to make sure that something falls in or outside of your value system. There's two types of decisions. Decisions that matter and decisions that don't matter. For decisions that don't matter, what you need to do is literally close your eyes and pick a random one. For example, if you're choosing a coffee at Starbucks, what to order for lunch, or what clothes you want to wear in the morning. None of these things really do matter, and what you can do is just ask Siri to flip a coin for you, or flip a coin if you have a real coin. Just make those decisions as quick as possible and then don't think about them. Just a few examples of things that do matter is who are you going to marry? What university are you going to go to? Who are you going to decide to be your business partner for a business venture? These are very important decisions. What we were going to focus on for this video is decisions that do matter, which I define as decisions that can affect your trajectory for the future for years to come. One of the most important things I learned from the book Principles was the idea of second and third order consequences. And this means that your second order consequence, the consequence of making a decision, could have the opposite effect in the long run of making a decision. I'm gonna give you just a few examples. I mean, think of masturbation or buying a TV. Both these things feel amazing in the short term, but they could be disastrous in the long term. Like buying a TV. Once you buy a TV, you have just introduced distraction permanently into your abode, your safe house. Now, if you introduce video game systems to your TV, you're just introducing copious amounts of distraction into your life as a second and third order consequence. And this is why exercise is a good decision. Pain up front, and then health as a side effect. First order consequences often have opposite desirabilities than second order consequences, often resulting in big mistakes in decision making. Now that you understand the idea of second and third order consequences, we're gonna dive into 4 different types of decisions you really wanna be making, whether it's in your business or your personal life. The first is make decisions that eliminate all other decisions. This one pairs very well with something that is on my vision board. It is a quote by Gary Keller that says, "What's the one thing you can do such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary?" When you make purchases that eliminate all other purchases, what you're doing is you're eliminating all future decisions to buy that other item that was disposable. In terms of personal buying, think SodaStream. You buy a SodaStream once and you never have to buy seltzer again. Think Kindle. You buy a Kindle, you never have to buy books again. In the long run, they are going to pay for themselves. Another one of my favorite decisions to make is something that you're gonna use every single day. And for me, these would be my AirPods. These were $350. However, I have used them so many times all day long, and the amount of client meetings and closings I've gotten from these AirPods have made their money back plus dividends. Number 3, that make you money. Our rich dad, Robert Kiyosaki, tells us we should be buying assets and not liabilities with our money. The more you buy assets, the more they can pay dividends. And then what rich people do and what you can do is to live off of those dividends because they're just going to regenerate passively anyway. Number 4, decisions that have a big impact, especially an emotional one. For example, if you're trying to win someone over, then buying someone a small gift can really make a big impact in helping win them over. Another example is The first business profit that I made with my business, I ended up sinking it into a tombstone for my late father. He passed away in 2005, which is 15 years ago at this point, and until 2019, he didn't have a marker, and my mom was visiting the wrong location for 15 years because we didn't have the right location down. And then when I took this money and deposited it into a tombstone, now I'll show you on the screen what the end result was. You can see that while the money was finite, the impact was infinite. So I wanted to just show you that money can make a big impact as long as you are being smart with it. My mother will never forget this gift that I gave her. Start to think about in your own life where your money can go to make the biggest impact. Number 5, make decisions that leverage your time. What does that mean? It means if you could be making and spending the same amount of time here, how can you make the biggest impact with the smallest amount of effort? For example, if I'm going to make a speech or coach someone one-on-one, then I am impacting one life, which is a phenomenal thing to do. But if I make a YouTube video, then an infinite amount of people can see the video and be impacted by it, but I'm actually putting in the same amount of effort. That is called leveraging your time. Here is a big key. Wait for it. Consult experts. You're always going to want to talk to a subject matter expert, someone who spends all day and all night focusing on the things that you want to do, and then ask them your question. They're going to give you their expert advice. And then you also want to consult the smartest person you know that will disagree with you, that will likely disagree with you. And this is powerful because this will uncover some blind spots that you might not previously have had without doing this. So if you consult an expert and someone who will disagree with you, who's intelligent and understands it, then those two things are going to help you make the best analytical decision possible. Thank you so much for getting to this point in the video. If you felt that this video was helpful in any shape or form, please do me the honor of smashing that like button. And if you guys like me for whatever strange reason, please consider subscribing and staying along for the journey. But remember, if you do, then make sure to hit the bell notification and all so that you guys see every single video that I push out. Have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in the next one.